All right, gentlemen, we have Mr. Cole Hammer.
What's going on?
Mr. Roger Clemens. We're going to call this interview the Hammer and Rocket. Sounds like a law firm to me, and I'd hire you both. Both of you went to UT. You got a big game coming up on Friday. I don't even know what the spread is, but how do you guys feel about Clemson coming into Austin for the first playoff game ever at UT?
Yeah, I'm a fan of the playoff system, actually, and it's going to be fun. I think the first meeting between these two. So love Sark. When I first met him, he came up to me. I didn't realize he was a big Red Sox fan, so we got him a little Red Sox jersey for good luck. But I love how he puts guys in motion, misdirection plays, and things like that. So that's what I'm going to be looking for this weekend.
All right, you going to be at the game, Cole?
I wish I could. I've got a buddy's wedding, but I'm going to be cheering him on from Dallas.
So this was the bachelor party you were at 2 weeks ago. This is the buddy?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Right. Yeah, it all lines up. But
did you place a bet in Vegas on this game by chance?
I placed a bet in Vegas on the Georgia SEC championship game. I don't have very much luck betting on the Horns.
Okay.
I'm like 0 for 2 at this point, and so I'm going to go ahead and let kind of the cards fall where they may on this next one. I'm excited though. I think we've got a lot of good momentum. Guys are probably pretty hungry after the way the last game ended. I think we're playing some good football, and I'm excited to kind of send Dabo home early for a early Christmas.
Listen, I like your chances, and if you want a really good bet to win money on, I'm from north of the border. I think you guys are going to have our number for a while, so you can just start getting all your money back there. All right, so what was the most memorable moment while you were playing at UT? Doesn't have to be golf related. What's the most memorable moment? And I'm teeing you up with the same question.
Well, it's funny. It always involves Texas sports.
Right.
Golf was great. We did a lot of cool things on the golf course, but the most memorable moment for me was probably, I only went to a couple Texas basketball games, but we beat Kansas at home my junior year, and it got really rowdy in there, and that was pretty entertaining, just to see how deep everybody is in the burnt orange kind of community. It's fun. It's such a neat community to be a part of. People just love them some Texas, and I'm no different.
Well, I've got a kid trying to get in over there. They just keep making it harder, but he's all into the burnt orange, and it's a fun city to hang out. How about you, Roger?
Pro, it have to be being fortunate to go back-to-back years to Omaha and then win it in '83, win the national title, beat Alabama. So that was a great stepping stone for me to get drafted by Boston and start my professional career. Playing for the winningest coach at that time, Coach Cliff Gustafson. Coach was, he taught us a lot about the game of baseball, but he was a better teacher of the game of life too, that we could carry on with us. And then probably even prouder than that, having both my boys start on the right side of the infield for a number of years and play under Augie Garrido. You know, Augie, again, a great teacher, but a great coach, but a better teacher of the game. So having my boys play there at Texas, being All-Americans, graduating from McCombs Business School with honors. I love it that they played professionally, but for me it was even better that the education they got at Texas.
Right. It's a great school. All right. Most coveted trophy in your collection?
Well, again, it doesn't go far from the 512 in Austin. It's our national championship that we won my senior year. It's up, like, front and center on my mantle. It's something that I think about before I go to bed at night, and one of the first things I think about when I wake up in the morning.
And you stuck around for 4 years to get that, right?
Yeah, we came upsettingly close my freshman year. We lost in the finals, and then we went through COVID for a few years, and I struck while the iron was hot at our senior year and got it done. I mean, that was a pretty special experience. We hadn't won a national championship since 2012 when Spieth was there, and so it was 10 years exactly, almost to the day, and it was special to get it done for Coach Fields because he was very instrumental on all our lives. And what was really neat about it was every one of us on the starting five were from the state of Texas, and we played junior golf together growing up. And so we just had this great rapport with each other, and we all, carried that loss with us from freshman year. And so it just made it that much more special.
I remember watching that. And also, you guys won the Big 12 championship here, the last one, so that's pretty good. How about you?
Well,
Most coveted.
I'll feed off. And if and when you win a major on the PGA Tour, I'm going to tell you that national championship is still going to be right there in front of you, because it's kind of like, I always look back at it as a stepping stone, like I said earlier. So that national championship was awesome. My boys will bust me pro because I get on them. Every time I talk to them about anything about hitting, they say, "Dad, stay in your own lane. You were a very good bunter. You were a really good bunter." And so in interleague play, it just happened to be that I ended up hitting pretty well in interleague play. I got a few hits to right field, a few bingos, and they call me a 6'4" punching Judy because I'm hitting everything to right field. But they're passing out, Louisville Slugger passes out these silver bat awards, and to each position a guy gets one. And mine didn't come in the mail, so I called my guys I know real well at Louisville Slugger and I said, "I was like 4 for 7. I hit 667. Where's my silver bat?" They fixed it up, sent it to me. He says, "Right in front of my office." So my boys, when they walk in there, they see that silver bat award. So I almost had to buy it, but it's still there. So yeah,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, how about this one? Lowest score for 18 holes.
The only time I've ever shot under par, it was I shot a 70 at the Plantation course in Kapalua. That was my best round of golf.
round.
What a round of golf.
Number of years ago, yeah. It's par 73 at the time, I think.
What a cool track too, by the way.
Yeah, you can let it fly.
Now I've played in an event where it was raining 50 times harder than it's raining right now. He shoots 65, only beat me by 16 that day. Was that the lowest score you ever shot?
Well, no, but it's the most proud I've ever been with a golf round because I beat you by 16.
That's not hard. There's a reason I sell shirts and you're on the tour, okay?
I wish I could sell shirts as good as you.
Well, I got a spot for you.
Well, thanks.
But what is your lowest score?
My lowest score is 61. I did it at the Western Amateur back in 2018, which feels like forever ago now. I need to go ahead and call my past self and ask how I shot that 61 because I haven't put up a score like that in a while. But I've had a couple low rounds out in professional golf. I think the lowest I've touched is 63, but the 61 was special. I had a wedge shot on number 18 to try to shoot 59. It almost went in. Wow. And then missed the putt for good measure, but
Well, I am going to give both you guys some advice. I tell all my golf students. If anybody ever asks you what's your lowest score, your answers should have been, "I hadn't shot it yet." There you go.
No wonder you're writing.
Yeah, that's in the book. All right.
In the book. It's got to be in the book.
If it's not, it will be in the next one.
Yeah. You're just full of hope, aren't you?
I'm 100%.
Wait a second. Well, we're on this subject. What is the best pitch in baseball then? What's the best pitch in baseball, pro?
Anything you've thrown was probably pretty good, right?
Well, you normally say fastball.
Yeah.
No. Curveball. No. Split. Pretty good. No. Strike one.
Strike one.
Best pitch in baseball.
See, now he's one up of me now.
I don't care how you get it. Get it. Strike one. Tell the 12-year-olds the same thing.
Well, then birdie the first hole. Here we go. Kind of goes and all right, Cole. This one's just for Cole. I had to throw this one out there because my son Dylan said I had to ask you this. How do you stand against Hunter Nelson and the Lochinvar boys to date financially?
Financially, they would be paying for my graduate school right now, which is pretty nice.
Oh, I'll call Hunter after you guys go tee off. We'll verify that.
It's not just Hunter. Poor Hunter. Every time he's on my team at Lochinvar, we lose, and then when he's on the other side of the coin, something about him just makes me want to win. I don't know, but he's been so good to me.
Okay, who is your favorite? Let's go sport-wise. Your favorite player growing up?
Oh, hands down, Reggie Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I loved watching two guys for me. It was Tom Seaver and Nolan Ryan, of course. I still consider Tom Seaver the best power pitcher that I've ever seen. Even pitching, I was afforded the luxury we traded for him in Boston when I was just out of the University of Texas, so I got to watch him up close and personal, watch a 41-year-old man being a power pitcher, sit at about 88, 89 miles an hour. I'm thinking, man, there's no way I'm pitching to in my 40s. And I'd hear him out there grunting, and he'd get in trouble. And then next thing you know, on the corner, 93, 94. And I was like, okay, all right, he has some in the tank when he wants it, and he's doing his thing. So the other thing was Reggie. Reggie and I are good friends, and obviously watched him when I was young, and then have the opportunity. I wanted to make it to the big leagues to face Reggie, and I got to face him when he was a California Angel. So pretty nerve-wracking when the announcer announced now batting number 44, Reggie Jack, and I'm like, oh God, I'm in the big leagues.
How'd that work out for you?
It worked out pretty good.
Okay.
I punched him out the first 3 times, and then his 4th at bat, he hit a 2-run homer in the bullpen off me. So, and I think I was more happy than he was watching him run around the bases.
How about you, Cole?
Favorite player growing up, I've always been a Tiger Woods guy, if we're going to stick with our respective sports. He transcended the game. I mean, nothing that everybody here doesn't know. And then recently, I've just with the Texas connection, been such a Scotty fan.
Amazing.
He handles himself with such class and grace on the golf course. It's just been fun to watch. And he's a tough cookie too. He's hard to crack, and it's just been fun to watch him compete as well as he has, like with everything going on in the golf world. And he just kind of kept his head down and stayed out of the fray. So, and he's been a great mentor to me. I missed him by a year in school, but we played a ton of amateur golf together when he was in college, and I was kind of coming up through the junior ranks, and played some practice rounds with him in the major championships that I did play in as an amateur, and it's just kind of right before he broke on the scene. And but he hasn't changed as a guy, so I really respect that.
Well, speaking of broke, he not broke financially, obviously, with Scotty, but he came through here his senior year going to play in the state championship. Came in with a boot on his leg because he broke his ankle or broke his foot or something. Still went out and shot 69. So we knew he was going to be good. Had no idea he was going to be that good. All right, favorite, well, let's go this. You kind of already answered this, Roger, but what's the most nervous you've ever been on the mound?
Boy, Pro, let's see. I think the most nervous. I think when I actually had to pitch here. When you asked me the question, I go right to when my mother passed away, and I had to pitch that night in Houston.
Oh wow!
And so I think that was probably the toughest game to get it together quick after the first couple pitches of the game, and your mind's not there. I've been in 6 World Series. There's some big games. I think the coolest game I pitched there was a swing game in 2001. I was a New York Yankee when 9/11 happened. And if you look back in your memory bank, remember President Bush throwing that first pitch out? Yeah. That was my game. I was in the bullpen. I stopped to watch everything in the stadium lit up like a Christmas tree. But Mr. Steinbrenner brought back about 300 of the firemen and families that had lost loved ones. So it was an unbelievable experience. That was still pretty nerve-wracking to get on the mound after all the festivities before that.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about you? What first tee gave you the most jitters?
Well, there's definitely been a few. Representing my country in the Walker Cup was pretty nerve-wracking, but funny enough, the most nervous I've ever been, unequivocally, was the first tee at the Houston Open. Really? It was the first PGA Tour event that I ever watched in person, and I've been such a golf fan since I was 5 years old, and the Houston Open was basically my major. And I got to tee it up there as an amateur in 2019 in front of family and friends, and I just remember barely being able to get the ball on the tee, and ended up making the cut and had a pretty good week. But I was definitely nervous standing over that tee ball, just hoping I'd make contact. But yeah, just growing up and wanting to play in that tournament my whole life was probably what built up to that feeling. One
of the things that golf is such an incredible sport. I'm never going to feel what you felt on a mound. I'm never going to feel what Michael Jordan felt shooting. But we can all feel what you felt at the Houston Open, whether it's our club championship or member guest. I've watched athletes like you, like literally on the first tee, because they're so nervous to hit a shot. So it's the one sport that we can actually all feel the 3-foot putt or the tee shot. Like, holy cow, this is nerve-wracking. All right, let's go with favorite PGA Tour event. Houston Open, I'm guessing. Maybe?
Yes, Houston Open, just because of the sentimental value. I think the coolest PGA Tour event, coolest regular PGA Tour event, I think, is the Travelers Championship up there in Connecticut. The golf course is spectacular and really makes you think, and it seems like they have tons of drama every single year, just with the way the finish is. It's dramatic, water on 16, 17, and I mean, there was an 8-hole playoff a couple years ago with Kramer Hickok, who's actually a Longhorn. So some burnt orange there too.
Oh, I remember that. That was fun to watch. Yeah. And all right, favorite baseball stadium.
Well, I was fortunate to play in two of the most historic ones in Fenway Park and Old Yankee Stadium. New Yankee Stadium's nice. It's kind of like going to a mall, and there's a baseball field there, though. But Old Yankee Stadium, I tease people, we had ghosts running around that place. As far as condition, believe it or not, it's Anaheim, where the Angels play.
Well, they have good weather there.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Great golf courses, too, by the way, in the area. And I tease people that it's so manicured, so not you could throw your turkey sandwich in the outfield grass, pick it up and eat it. It's absolutely perfect. Our golf one on this other side, our still granddaddy mall is Tahoe, Lake Tahoe.
Oh yeah.
And you're right. We still get a little edgy on the first tee when I'm playing with somebody like Maddox, and I'm doing great. My nerves are feeling pretty good, and I had a good warm-up session, and he's getting ready to go to the first tee. We're getting ready to get introduced. And he goes, Rock, you nervous? I'm nervous as hell. And I go, well, I wasn't nervous until you told me you were nervous. I'm nervous. Yeah. So yeah, that's our fun one.
It's funny, that feeling never really goes away.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many golf tournaments I've teed it up in at this point. And
think it's
about
good,
the first tee, I mean, it just gets you going. It means you care.
Yeah, I was going to say you're not human. They say you're not human if you're not a little bit, right?
I care.
So, hardest golf course you've ever played?
Oh, wow. They're all hard with the way I attack them sometimes. I think when I played Pinehurst was probably the hardest for me at that time when it was tricked up really, really good. So I'd have to say Pinehurst too.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Oakmont. We had the U.S. Amateur there. I think it was in 2020. I think it was a COVID U.S. Amateur, or 2021. Right after COVID, and place absolutely beat my brains in. It was blowing about 25 miles an hour, and if you miss a fairway out there, it's a one-shot penalty. You chip it out and try to make a bogey, and I did that a lot. I was proud of some of the bogeys that I made.
I played it this summer. It's in my top 3 hardest I've ever seen.
It's crazy.
It's brutal.
Yeah, and there are no trees out there either.
Right.
Yeah,
there used to be. A lot.
Go get it.
All right, let's see here. How many hole-in-ones?
I have 5. One more than my grandmother, so that makes me really proud.
She must be good. How about you, Rodney?
I have 5 as well.
There you go.
Wow, you guys, today.
It might change today.
Today, if one of you guys make one, that bar tab is not on Insperity. It's going to be on one of you two. All right, let's finish. Well, I got 2 more questions. Let's go with this one. You're both UT fans. There's 2 schools UT hates with a passion. What is the team that's most hated by UT?
A&M.
I would say now that the rivalry's back, it would be A&M. You can't lose. You can lose every game except Oklahoma and A&M, and you're going to retain your job.
Okay. Well, I think they're just being nice to me because I was from north of the border. All right, here we go. Last round of golf of your life. Who's your foursome, and where are we playing it?
Wow. I don't even get to think about it a little bit. I know my dad would be in there. He really got me started in the game of golf and stuck with me through thick and thin. He's my pseudo coach, so I'd throw him in there. I would also I'd put Tiger in there just because I have so much respect for what he's been able to do, and honestly, just to thank him for creating the modern version of golf. And then I like to put together these foursomes with a little bit of sentimental value, so I think I'd throw in my golf coach as well, because he's been by my side.
Bear
Well, I'm
messing
yeah,
with you.
yeah, exactly.
We know it's going to be Fields.
It's not Fields either. It's my swing coach.
Oh, your
Bruce,
swing coach.
Bruce Davidson. You know Bruce. Yeah,
Brucey. I know Brucey.
Yeah. He brings a little Scottish flair to it all. So, yeah, that would be.
And where's the round going to be?
It would be at Pebble.
Pebble.
One last round.
All right.
I think it'd be my pops also. He passed away when I was 9, so I think he would be in there for sure. Love history, big history buff, so I would put probably JFK. Like to get him in there. And then Cy Young, who I was fortunate to win his award a number of times to get to meet the great Cy Young. So that would round.
Where are we going to play it?
Some public municipal course somewhere. One of the best ones probably.
Really?
Like that. Yeah. Some
Pebbles
old
public.
Some old. Yeah. Sure.
Tory.
Yeah.
Tory,
sure.
something like
yeah.
that.
Well, I mean, you can't. Pebble would be the ticket, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it was a pleasure interviewing you both. You guys go have fun out there.
See you, Chris.
Make a lot of birdies. Have a great day. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
You got it.